Is capital punishment ever morally justified? The question of whether capital punishment is ever morally justified is a complex one. It invites us to think about the ethics of taking a life, especially by the state. At its core, capital punishment involves the deliberate act of ending a person's life, which raises significant moral concerns. Two main philosophical views shape this discussion. First, we have retributivism. This idea suggests that punishment is justified when it is a deserved response to wrongdoing. According to this view, if someone commits a serious crime, like murder, they may deserve the death penalty as a proportional response. It focuses on the actions of the past and the notion of just deserts. On the other hand, we have utilitarianism, which evaluates actions based on their outcomes. This perspective asks whether capital punishment can prevent future crimes or keep dangerous individuals from harming others. If it can effectively deter crime, some argue it may be morally justified. Historically, Cesare Beccaria, an Enlightenment thinker, was one of the first to question the ethics of capital punishment. He argued against the death penalty, stating that punishment should be fair, certain, and swift. Beccaria believed the death penalty was neither necessary nor an effective deterrent. His ideas laid the groundwork for modern discussions about justice and human dignity. There are several moral arguments against capital punishment. One major concern is the risk of executing innocent people, which undermines the moral legitimacy of the justice system. Additionally, it may violate the inherent dignity and rights of individuals, including the right to life. Some argue that capital punishment can be excessive and unfair, conflicting with principles of justice. It may also contribute to a culture of violence rather than respect for life. Conversely, some arguments support capital punishment. Retributivists believe that the most heinous crimes deserve the ultimate penalty, reinforcing justice and moral balance. Some supporters claim that capital punishment deters serious crimes more effectively than other forms of punishment, thus protecting society. Additionally, it may provide a sense of closure to victims and their families. The moral justification of capital punishment also depends on the broader social and legal context. It raises questions about whether the justice system can administer it fairly and without bias. Furthermore, it must align with contemporary community values and human rights standards. Just because society accepts capital punishment does not mean it is morally acceptable. In summary, the debate over the moral justification of capital punishment is ongoing. It involves balancing respect for human life against the demands of justice and societal protection. While some ethical frameworks may find it justified under strict conditions, others reject it as inherently immoral. The conversation continues to evolve, reflecting changing views on punishment, human rights, and the role of the state.